It is yet another extraordinary moment in the 2024 election cycle, with Democrats in a state of crisis after President Joe Biden delivered a disastrous debate performance that fueled voters' top concerns about his age and ability to serve another 4 years in office. Not since the first Nixon-Kennedy debate in 1960 has a debate had as much potential to shake up a presidential race. This morning, there is widespread panic within the Democratic Party.
Yes, Biden is out. According to some documents circulating online, I don't want to talk much. This lady has the full insight on what is going on. It is important. Take a look at this.
God, it's almost like they want him to lose. I don't get it. So Bill O'Reilly, in his mystical conceit, I don't know, when his sources came out and said that a decision has been made that President will quit the campaign. 2 reasons: Democrat internal polling says he cannot recover from the debate, and fundraising is drying up. And posted how he knows this or who he I mean, my dad used to listen to Bill O'Reilly. It's just, whatever. Not long after that came out, this came out, and what had happened over the last couple days is Joe Biden's family whisked him back off to Camp David for a second time in the last 2 weeks. Forget, the country in America, but they took him to Camp David to have a big family meeting about what they were going to do, and then I guess they've decided they're going to tell him to keep fighting. Keep fighting who? Himself? The party? I don't know. Who's he fighting? He's fighting against Trump. That's not working out. Obvious reasons that's not working out. I don't get this. I was having this conversation with my husband earlier today while we were having lunch. Did they put Joe Biden up there to debate? We have never, ever, in the history of ever, had a debate this early. They could have just said, no, Trump, you're stupid, you're crazy, and the left would have just gobbled it up. He didn't have to debate. He wasn't ready. Whatever. Weren't ready. And all would have been forgiven on the Joe Biden side of things if they didn't do the debate. But they put him up there to be humiliated. It's almost like they want to lose. And the media, they just completely flip.
But I watched CNN today, and they had the presidential debate, the U.S. presidential debate. And maybe some of you saw.
Yes, Dr. Carlson recently sent this out from an anonymous good source. Obama's tweet supporting Biden was disingenuous. In private, Obama is telling people Biden cannot win, and he is therefore in favor of an open convention. Obama will not say whom he supports, nor as of yesterday afternoon had he met personally with Biden to deliver the message. Relations between the Obamas and the Bidens have never been warm. At times, they have been hostile, but recently they have deteriorated further, mostly due to Jill Biden. In the hours and days after the debate, she kept her husband closeted, away from anyone who might convince him to drop out. Biden is the driving force. Jill Biden is the driving force behind her husband's re-election campaign, just as she was in 2020. When other members of the family, including Biden's sisters, consider him too impaired to run, the next generations of potential Democratic candidates understand all this as an opportunity.
But I watched CNN today, and they had the presidential debate, the U.S. presidential debate. And maybe some of you saw it, and if you did, well, it was amazing. It was amazing on every level. But what was especially amazing was afterward they went to the panel of assembled Democratic operatives posing as journalists, and all of them were like shocked to discover that Joe mentioned, like they couldn't believe it. What? Oh my gosh! He's non-compos menace! No way! Are you serious? And I'm thinking to myself, what year is it? 2024-ish? Middle-aged people identify with that? Okay, 2024, people are saying. It was 2019 that I heard from a friend of mine who was friends with his sister, Val, that the family was very upset because Joe has dementia and he's running for president. And, well, I said this on TV, by the way, at the time, and was denounced as a racist or something. I mean, everything, in the United States, like, that's just like the all-purpose term for shut up. Racist! I was like, I think he's white. Shut up, racist! Okay, anyway, But his sister had told a friend of mine, like an actual friend of mine, one of my neighbors, that the family was upset and that his son, sadly, had passed away. By the way, not in Iraq fighting a war for freedom, but of cancer. I don't think he's aware of that. But sad. and that the family was convinced he needed to kind of get it out of his system by running for president. But of course, no one's going to like make Joe Biden the nominee because we had Pete Buttigieg for that. Who's now it's a joke, but at the time they were like, people are going to love Pete Buttigieg.
Yes, if you like what I'm doing here and you want to support the channel, it will do you no harm if you share this video and always thumbs up. And please, I realize something. A lot of people don't get notification when I drop a clip. I'm begging you, please check anytime I put out a video. Always see if your notification is on.
So Joe Biden, how is he? You're like, well, I think he has dementia. He certainly does. Like everybody knows, because they have, I can't remember, the internet. And it has video on it. And it takes about 15 seconds to determine the leader of the most powerful country in the world with this mass nuclear arsenal involved in 2 simultaneous wars doesn't know what day it is. And that's really scary. But if you come to the United States and you're in the media envelope, this like fake world created by this disinformation specialists who run our media, that's never mentioned at all. It's like everyone pretend, it would literally be like everyone pretending Jacinda Ardern is like a legitimate person, which they may have done in New Zealand. I wasn't there. You know what I mean? Where people say, oh, that's the prime minister. What? It's ridiculous, actually. But everyone sort of plays along like it's not happening. And this is the whole Emperor's New Clothes story is based on this phenomenon, which is a very human phenomenon.
Yes, in as much as, fingers are being pointed to Biden at this time, Joe Biden is in charge. She is the one that is actually instructing this man not to step down. From information I've seen on reliable sources, even Tucker Carlson had to put this out. Like, she has shielded Biden away from people not to convince him not to run again. So you will understand exactly, if in 2020, she was behind Biden running, she was actually in charge. You saw what she did after the debate. She came out to say, oh, you are strong, to boast him the more, which we all know the man is done. But is it really matters? Tulsi Gabbard made it clear whether Biden or not, Democrat policies are the problems. This is what I've seen with people. They are not realizing that it is not only Biden. The Democrat Party is actually the issue here.
Yeah. What do you think the odds are of Biden still being on the ticket in November?
He's not coming off the ticket, is he?
They're going to slide someone
They should have
in.
done that already.
I feel like
They would have done that by now.
I don't know if they can keep this up.
Oh, there are healthcare professionals who think that Trump has dementia.
Wow. Now, I don't want to show a lot of the tape from last night because it's